What is the rudest thing you've seen someone do in a checkout line? 1. There I stood there with just some cold medicine and a Gatorade. I was obviously sicker than hell with a fever, stuffy nose, and fatigued. There was a woman in front of me with 2 full carts of groceries, who forced herself in the carts in front of me, saying sorry, excuse me. Normally, I don't mind people going in front of me, but I was so sick I was surprised to even be standing. I was irritable. When I'm sick I don't put up with crap from people. In front of her was a young couple finishing their transaction. The woman with 2 carts started to put her stuff on the belt. Then she turned and looked at me and said HMMN. Hope you get better, hon. I stared at her a second. Then I said, oh, I will. It's just a cold. At least it's not as bad as a case of entitlement and rudeness. She said, well, that's rude. You don't have to be like that. It's not like I cut in front of you or something. I said, actually you did. I was literally seconds away from placing my items on the belt. Normally I don't mind if someone goes in front of me, no big deal. But, you acknowledging how I look sick and you're still gonna go in front of me, it's a common courtesy if you have a lot more than someone. All I have is NyQuil and Gatorade, that you let them go ahead and go. This tells me you have some serious entitlement issues. Ma'am. She said, whatever, just be glad my husband isn't here. He'd take you outside. I said, what for? So, he could agree with me on how horrible you are? She said, no. He's a police officer. He'd arrest you for harassment. I said, alright, whatever, one day he'll see you for what you are. Just then I got a tap on my shoulder. It was an assistant manager at the store. He told me that he could check me out on another register. I went with him and after I bought my stuff, he told me that he was very sorry that I had to deal with that woman. He told me that her husband was in fact an officer and the officer couldn't stand her. 2. Sort of fits the question. I was in a supermarket in Bermuda, and in the line that had the sign 10 items or less there was a lady 2 or 3 people in front of me, that had about half a shopping cart full. When she got that to the cashier smiled and said loud enough for others to hear, "Good afternoon, ma'am. I do hope you are having a day as good so far." As the lady thanked her, the cashier continued, "Please make sure to put up only the 10 items you wish to pay for, as I have to call a manager for any returns." The lady said, "But I want everything." The cashier, with a big smile again said, "I'm sorry I cannot do that. This is an express checkout, so please take your cart to a different cashier," and with a big smile, said, "Thank you very much." I along with others echoed the "thank you very much" definitely directed to the cashier. The embarrassed lady went and got into a different checkout line. There was nothing rude, just great big infectious smiles from the cashier. I knew the manager and went and made a comment to him. He smiled and said that is why we have her on that counter.